All right. Oh, this is the wrong document again. Hold on. Pardon me, folks. My bulletin disappeared. There we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to worship of the Washington Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, if not from the Washington Congregational Church this morning. Stayed home because of the roads, and I hope you are all staying safe and warm as well. Are there any announcements to share? And if so, you can go ahead and unmute yourself to share any announcements that you wish with those gathered today. All right, no announcements. Noah, are we having council next week? Maybe.
It would seem like the proper week of the month to do that. If people are, I'm not sure if, I mean, the numbers tend to be trending in all the wrong directions. So I have a sense that if we do that meeting, we'll be doing it over Zoom, which is agreeable to me if it's agreeable to other people.
I think that would be fine for me.
Will it be after church then?
Yeah, we probably do it like the deacons meeting, where sort of those who don't want to stay can exit themselves out, and then we'll stay on Zoom if we decide to go that way, which you're right, Noah, it's looking like we probably will be on Zoom at least next week, unfortunately. Are there any other announcements? Hopefully you saw the list in the email I sent out this week. There was a list of snack items that we're collecting for the Washington Elementary School. Snack and easy prepare meals, kind of microwave mac and cheese and oatmeal and that kind of thing. So if we are not gathering in person, you can just, if you have a key to the church, you can drop them in the fellowship hall or check in with Eileen Grunwald to coordinate how to get those to her. And we will get them to the school and help with kids who need a little bit more sustenance and food in their lives.
Where should we put those, Eileen?
She's working on unmuting. Where'd she go?
Sorry.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
I'll put them downstairs.
All right. Yeah. Maybe just on the table somewhere too. I don't know if the basket is down there that we usually use for food pantry items, but we'll find a spot. All right. Are there any other announcements? All right, then let us continue on with our call to worship. I will keep you muted, but you are welcome to join in with the bold parts. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. We have seen the star in the sky and have come to worship the Christ child. Nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. The star is resting over Bethlehem, and we come rejoicing, overwhelmed with joy. Let us bring the gifts of our hearts and the gift of our lives to worship our God of light and everlasting love. Our gathering hymn this morning, just realized I don't have my stole on. Our gathering hymn this morning is They Sought Him by a Star, which is written by a colleague of mine, Richard Floor, and it is a tune that you may or may not be familiar with. So Grace has, never stopped sharing the audio. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Is playing it through once, and then we can all sing together. Apologies, I'm trying to actually find my copy so that I can sing with you and you can actually hear me. Goodness gracious. I apologize, folks. There we go. Okay. And will you join me, friends, in a spirit of prayer? O God of light and love, who shines in our hearts as brightly as the Bethlehem star, we come together to give you praise. You have come to us in the form of a newborn babe, and our hearts are filled with awe and with joy. We rejoice in your love for us, and we are grateful. We continue in our time of prayer. Yet there are times when we are drawn away from your light. We may feel inadequate, unworthy, or less than perfect. We forget that we are your children, your beloved creations, and that you reach out for us even when we turn away from you. Forgive us, O God. The night is gone and the day has come. Christ, the light of the world, born in the person of Jesus, reminds us that God's light and love are for all of us, no matter who we are and no matter what we have done. We are loved and forgiven. Thanks be to God.
The first lesson is from Isaiah chapter 60, verses 1 through 6. Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. Though darkness covers the earth and gloom the nations, the Lord will shine upon you. God's glory will appear over you. Nations will come to your light and kings to your dawning radiance. Lift up your eyes and look look all around. They are all gathered. They have come to you. Your sons will come from far away, and your daughters on caregivers' hips. Then you will see and be radiant. Your heart will tremble and open wide, because the sea's abundance will be turned over to you. The nation's wealth will come to you. Countless camels will cover your land, young camels from Midian and Ephah. They will all come from Sheba, carrying gold and incense, proclaiming the Lord's praises. The second lesson is from Matthew 2, verses 1 through 12. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, in the territory of Judea, during the rule of King Herod, Magi came from the east to Jerusalem. They asked, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We've seen his star in the east, and we've come to honor him." When King Herod heard this, he was troubled, and everyone in Jerusalem was troubled with him. He gathered all the chief priests and the legal experts and asked them where the Christ was to be born. They said, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for this is what the prophet wrote. You, Bethlehem, land of Judah, by no means are you least among the rulers of Judah, because from you will come one who governs, who will shepherd my people, Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the Magi and found out from them the time when the star had first appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search carefully for the child. When you found him, report to me, so that I too may go and honor him." When they heard the king, they went and looked. The star they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stood over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with Mary, his mother. Falling to their knees, they honored him. Then they opened their treasure chests and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Because they were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they went back to their own country by another route.
Thank you, Sue. Friends, will you pray with me? And I invite you, as you feel so comfortable and familiar, to join in the second time through. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O God. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O God. Amen. This morning, I'm going to take you on a little journey, a little guided meditation. So I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable position, and you can close your eyes if you want or keep them open. But we're going to imagine this journey that the Magi have been on. And we're going to imagine that there might have been more than just the Magi. Now, we don't know how many Magi there actually were. Story and tradition always say 3, but the Bible doesn't actually say that. So there may have been a few, there may have been many, but we can imagine that perhaps along their long journey from their homeland to Bethlehem, which may have taken them years even. Some histories say that the Magi showed up when Jesus was probably around 2 or so. That they may have brought others with them. Others may have chosen to join them in their pursuit of this star and its meaning. And so we're going to imagine that we are in this caravan of travelers accompanying the Magi to Bethlehem. Imagine what the air is like around you. The dust from the camels and the people and the other animals permeating everything. The sounds of the cities and towns through which we pass. The conversations that groups of people are having about their lives, their hopes and dreams, about this quest in which they have found themselves. Look around you. Look at the faces of your fellow travelers. Are they tired? Are they frustrated at the pace? Are they excited? To see a new king, to be witnesses to the fulfillment of an ancient promise. Are they young? Are they older? Are there children? And now, as we approach Bethlehem, we have visited with Herod. We have narrowed down our search. Where could this child be? Where are they staying? Where is their shelter? In this motley crew of folks traveling with the Magi are bringing precious gifts to offer. Gold and frankincense and myrrh. What gift have you chosen to bring to the baby Jesus? And why did you choose it? How has this journey changed you? Now that you are here, now that you have arrived, what is different? What gift have you received in return? And as you leave to head back or just away, What road will you choose? What direction? Friends, one of my most favorite pieces of worship in the liturgical year is this one that we celebrate today, which is Epiphany and our star gifts. It is something that has been going on in some places since at least 2009 or before. And as I have noticed, at least through colleagues, it is starting to spread to other congregations. But it is a gift. We bring our own gifts of ourselves and what we bring to the world and to the Christ child. And these are the gifts we receive in return. It is a word. It is not meant to be any kind of fortune teller necessarily, but a word to offer some guidance to your year. And I encourage you, I have these printed out on these beautiful stars, which I will leave in church. So if you get over to church at some point, they will be there waiting for you, but you can also jot your word down as you get it. And I encourage you to put your word up somewhere where you will see it daily, right by your door, in your car, on your bathroom mirror, somewhere where it will be present. And I encourage you to keep an open mind and be curious, and even do maybe some investigation as to the full meaning of the word, and just pay attention to how this word might manifest in your life this year. So I'm gonna change my view to gallery so I can all see you. So I am going to just go in the order that I can see you on my screen. And if you want one for a spouse or family member who's not on your screen right now with you, you can just maybe put up a 2, and I'll pick 2 for you. All right, so Joan, you are first. So I'm gonna pick all right, and you want one for Dick. Okay, so Joan, your word is art, which I was really hoping Linda Sharkey would get, but that's all right. Art for you, Joan. And for Dick, we have mending. Mending. So I'm going to write that down. I can write on the back here. All right, Lolly. Devotion. Devotion for you, Lolly. All right, Al and Mary. So Al, I'm really close. Al, you get truth. And Mary, kindness. So. And who's next? Jane and Larry. All right. Jane, we have hospitality. And Larry, the matching blue, sanctuary. Those are very well paired, actually. I feel like. All right, Eileen. Eileen, you get zeal. Do you want me to pick one for Mike? Yeah, I'll pick one for Mike too. All right, and Mike gets, let's see, Mike. Here. Forgiveness. All right. And Elaine and Jim. All right, so Elaine, gentleness. And Jim, gratitude. All right, Pauline. Music. And Sue. Awe. All right. So awe for Sue. And for Bob, joy.
Beth, Pauline wanted two.
Sorry, Pauline, I didn't see your
One
number.
for Norman.
All right. Thank you. Responsibility. Maybe he didn't want one, Pauline. I don't know. I'm just the messenger. I am not. All right, Mary and Ray. Mary. Quiet. And Ray. Let's see. Close. Laughter. All right, Grace and Ron. I'm gonna shuffle these a little bit. Let's see. All right, Grace. Affirmation. And Ron. Direction. All right, June. Reflection. And art. And Linda. All right. So art, we get understanding. And Linda gets healing. All right, Harv and Lars. Harv, steadfastness. Oh, jeez, and snow falling off the roof. And Lars, wonder. All right, Brenda. You want to? All right. Brenda. Insight. And for Bob, celebration. All right, Bernadette. You want to? All right, you and Jimmy. Okay, here we go. Reconciliation. Shaking your head. I do not take it up with, with the sender. And illumination. All right, Noah and Becky. And do the kids want you? I was going to say the kids want some too. Okay, here we go. Denslow's. Becky, praise. Noah, learning. All right, for Lily, peace. For David, humility. And Michael, service. And Megan, prayer. All right. And Pete, I see you there. You don't have your camera on, but I'm going to pick one for you. So Pete, yours is courage. And Cassie, endurance.
Hey, Beth, one of the phone numbers is Catherine. Can we have one for her?
Okay. So Catherine, honor. And then our other caller is, you can always send me a message later, determination. I wonder where the Halversons went. The Halversons were on earlier. Oops, sorry. Determination. I'm going to put caller 2. And you can always email me if you, or send me a message or something if you want me to, if you're watching this later and you want me to pick one for you, there's still a file here. Oh, I got to pick one for myself too. All right. And then my word is purpose. All right. Put my star. All right. So hopefully those stars, those words will guide you through this coming year and your time together. And I am always up for Star Word stories as the year goes by. If something happens and you say, oh my goodness, this was so interesting considering my Star Word, sure, feel free to share with me, or even, during a time of worship in our joys and concerns, you are welcome. All right, so I'm going to go, let's see, it turned my view back here, and then we have a time of meditation. So I'll let you have some music to think about your Star Word for a few minutes here, a few moments. And now, friends, this is your reminder that although we are not passing plates among the pews, we still welcome your gifts and assistance to the ministry of this church. as the Magi of old, guided by a star in the night sky, brought gifts of homage and gratitude, so we bring our gifts today. May these gifts scatter the shadows of those in need. And let us imagine the gifts that maybe we put in the mail tomorrow or soon. And not only the gifts financially, but the gifts of our lives that we can offer this coming week. And let us pray together over them. O God, we come to you seeking to be as wise as the Magi, who gave of their most precious treasures, symbols of the giving of themselves to the Christ child. May these gifts be a source of light in places where your light and love are needed most. Amen. And now I'm going to pause our recording that we might and now, friends, we will sing together our sending hymn. The words are printed in your bulletin. This is a reimagining of the We Three Kings, which again has, not much basis in biblical fact. So my friend and colleague, Reverend Hannah Brown, who is down at the West Concord Union Church in Concord, Massachusetts, came up with these alternate verses, which are just lovely and beautiful and easy to sing to a familiar tune. So Grace just plays us in with the intro because we know it, I'm sure most of us. And so we will sing this Song of the Magi together. Now, friends, the night has gone and the light has come. May the light of the Bethlehem star, the wisdom of the Magi, and the hope that the Christ child brings be with you always. Amen.